Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel Coins Reaction Zone and another reaction video for the new Scooby-Doo movie. So this is going to be episode 12 of the series, and we're slowly picking back up speed, going through the rest of the new Scooby-Doo movies as we finish up after the Halloween holiday. So last episode was The Ghost of Redbeard, which I rated a 5 out of 10, and that was the second appearance of the Three Stooges. There wasn't really much to go against it or for it, so it was kind of middle of the road for me. Definitely better than the first Three Stooges appearance, which I rated 2 out of 10 because it just didn't do it for me. But Red Baron was a little bit more fun. Somebody in the comments even pointed out to me that they made a real world references like to Snoopy, of like why can Scooby stalk but not Snoopy, since they take part in the same world, and it does make it seem kind of strange. And also just like overall connections of the Scooby-Doo universe is pretty crazy. Like voice actors of the main gang, voice with other characters and like characters that cross over. Like one of the voice actors also voices, Yogi Bear and all that. One of the guest voice actors. I mean, there's all those connections. Like the '70s DC universe cartoons takes place in the Scooby-Doo universe. So where does that take place, like overall in the actual world of Scooby-Doo? Is there like a full-on Gotham City, or how does that work? Those kinds of connections just made it interesting for me. But that's besides the point. No weird food, no property damage, except Scooby's $100 door break, which I counted, bringing his total up to 800 for the season. And then no Scooby snacks eaten, so they're still stalled for that. So kind of boring stats wise. So we're just gonna get right into this new episode because I'm gonna try to react to some more today, just to start editing whenever I have the free time. So this one is called The Ghostly Creep from the Deep, released on November 25th, 1972. It is the 37th series episode. This one actually stars the Harlem Globetrotters. They are a fictional basketball team. They're very famous and they've been around for a while, as you can tell from this. All of the Globetrotters in this one, though, are all voiced by voice actors, but they did have their own TV series, which at the time of this lined up with their guest appearance. So it's pretty interesting and a pretty fun kind of setup with that, because Harlem Globetrotters, I've been to a few of their games. They're pretty fun and I really like them. So it's kind of a cool guest star because that's one of the more famous guest stars for the Scooby-Doo series. Seen like 2 of the Harlem Globetrotters episodes before, I think, just in rewatches beforehand. So I don't think it's this one. I think it's the Loch Ness Monster one is the one I've seen. We're just going to get right into the episode with the premise and the synopsis. When the gang becomes lost in a swamp, they meet up with the Harlem Globetrotters. They soon find that the ghost Redbeard, the pirate, and his crew are trying to get rid of them. But why? And who's that strange local hermit? Redbeard the pirate? He was my favorite. He was the bad guy for my favorite episode of the Scooby-Doo Where Are You series. The character models of Redbeard and his henchmen, with the exception of the third one, are recycled from the Scooby-Doo Where Are You episode Go Away Ghost Ship, except they are all white, so more kind of like a outline appearance. No reference was made to the previous case, probably to avoid an already awkward situation. That is funny. And another piece of trivia is that footage used in the basketball sequence is lifted from the December 5th, 1970 episode of Harlem Globetrotters, Shuck Up Sheriff. That is pretty funny that they reused the Ghost of Redbeard the pirate, especially because on Where Are You, that was my favorite episode of both those seasons, which I rated a 7.5. While traveling, Scooby and the gang become lost in the swamp. Fred then asks Shaggy to look for a road sign, but once he looks back, Shaggy discovers that a swamp monster is after them. Fred speeds up the mystery machine, but it is going so fast that Fred can't stop and the road comes to an end, and he gets stuck in a swamp mud. Then the gang sees a mysterious ghost ship, but are not sure if they really saw it. The situation worsens as the swamp monster approaches the gang, but when it comes too close, they realize it's only a van, and the Harlem Globetrotters are in it. Once they all get to know each other, they decide what to do next. And N is present there, and they all decide to spend the night at the inn, but an old man named Swampy Pete warns them to stay away from this place because of the ghost of the pirate Redbeard and his crew. The gang do not heed Swampy Pete's warning, however, and go into the inn. Meanwhile, Meadowlark with Shaggy and Scooby decide to bring the Globetrotters basketballs. Dan is close, so they break the door and go in the inn, where Shaggy starts to joke about how no one's in here except chickens, but a very evil and vanillous laughter is heard with footsteps. They all hide, and it was revealed that it was Swampy Pete scaring Scooby and the others. After some time, the laughter is no longer heard, and they play games to divert their minds and get away from it. They all get tired and go to sleep, leaving one male on guard if someone comes. Meanwhile, outside on his ship, Redbeard realizes that someone is at the inn, so he and his crew decide to scare whoever is there. Near dawn, Swampy Pete comes with a warning that the ghost of Redbeard and his crew are coming. They all get up and hide, and once inside, the pirates surround Scooby and the gang and threaten Shaggy, who found the pirates first. A small fight breaks out to defeat the pirates, but once dawn breaks, Velma questions the pirates, claiming that if they are ghosts, then they should be vanishing because dawn has arrived. At the same moment, a helicopter is seen circling the surrounding area, and the pirates escape via smoke and switch the light off. Once they turn on the lights, Scooby and the others cannot figure out how the pirates escaped since all the doors are locked. At that moment, Scooby and Shaggy accidentally find a trapdoor but fall on a motorboat, which the pirates escaped in. They cover themselves with a red sheet, which was already in the boat, and the pirates head off to their hideout. Meanwhile, at the inn, everybody's distraught about where Scooby and Shaggy are at. Velma then accidentally finds the trapdoor and sees more boats down and comes to the conclusion that this was the way the pirates escaped. They then see the boats with the pirates and see Scooby with a sign reading help with his paw.
Oh, we're trying to get rid of his allergy. What's the allergy? You!
I like though that they have Redbeard talking again and interacting with everybody like previous. That's what made it one of my favorite episodes, is that Redbeard was actually talking and chatting. And after they got off the boat, Redbeard and his crew found them, so now Shaggy and Scooby are kind of in a precarious situation. There you go, that works.
You want to play games, eh? Faster, Scoob! That bucket is gaining on us! Hey, don't call me Slippery Sam for nothing.
That's funny, Slippery Sam. It's kind of a weird episode, but it's definitely more fun than previous ones, where it feels less of a slog since there's moments constantly happening. And I love that there's interactions between all the bad guys as well. There never is in these kinds of episodes. And that there's several people. Pirate flag.
A flag? Oh yeah, a pirate flag. Of course it's only a flag. Quit being such a chicken, Scoob. And now you go first and I'll protect you from behind.
There he is, Redbeard.
Are you sure?
You don't trust Scooby by this point? That's funny.
Think you're gonna get away from Redbeard, eh? We can sure try. Come on, Scoob. Which way did they go?
Friggin' dummies, I love it. They always do that in Scooby-Doo. That's always so well done. He went that way. Let's go. They're just gonna jump through those giant. That works.
I have the feeling this is where we came in.
Sorry, guys. They look so wrinkly too, like they're full on tired.
End of the line and no sign of them.
I think they were here.
Redbeard, we gotta clear out of here fast. Nonsense. That kid and dog can't bother us. It's not them. It's that swamp monster. There be no such thing as a...
Yeah, the swamp monster. They were.
Where do you think you're going?
Are we each gonna take one down?
Now we've got him.
Oh my gosh, Swampy Pete. He's just here. I guess that works.
That's what I call nose dribbling.
Beating the crap out of him real quick. Like, Fred kicked the back of a dude.
Fred and Daphne are trapped.
He's never really done that. Here you go, guys. Save him. They just jumped off. They didn't even try to swing on the rope. They just really skipped through that.
Scooby!
And they took him out anyways. I guess for good.
Where does it hurt? Here?
What is it?
Hunger pains. He always gets them.
And so there's like 2 pirates left. Slippery Sam and Redbeard.
Stand back.
Oh no, 3 of them are there too. Holy crud.
I forgot.
How about the old switcheroo?
Yeah, let's go. Now.
What? Oh, that's funny. Nice. Good job, Globetrotters.
Thanks. I'll show him. All right.
How is that net though? And I love the oil is just still pouring.
It's me, Swampy Pete. Yoinks, it's him. He's got me.
Shaggy's dumping all that oil into the ocean, man. Holy crud.
Run for cover! That's out of control oil and it's coming our way!
Don't talk. Just keep running, dude.
Everyone, up on the board. Stop, or I'll turn loose my ghostly spirits on you.
No.
That's funny. I like that. Of like trusting the suspect first time that's really happened. Of like, you know, yeah, let's do it. Definitely a fun one though. And of course, Scooby just happened to hit it right at the end. That's a weird boat for being able to do that though.
We're trapped. Congratulations, you captured Redbeard and his whole gang.
Shaggy, you really use your head.
Oh no, it was Scooby, and he really used his feet.
Yeah. At least Shaggy gives credit where it's due.
Those so-called spirits.
Just a trick. They came from this
Yeah,
projector.
the button, yeah. So, what's Swampy Pete then? Is he just a regular suspect?
I've had circling until I could find Redbeard hideout.
Something tells me you're not really a swamp rat, Swamp.
Oh, wow. Is it another undercover agent like Matilda and the guy from
I'm Lieutenant
previous?
Pete Duggan of the Harbor Patrol.
Oh my god, his voice changed.
No, He's a crooked oil man who used the Redbeard legend to keep people away while he tapped those
Deep
offshore
70s voice
loaded up his
change.
and piped it into those tanker trucks.
Sort of an oil bootlegging operation, huh?
Right.
Oh
He's
wow.
out of business now, thanks to you all.
Oil's a good reason for a bad guy.
You can buy it at any joke store.
It's no joke that we're going to miss our basketball game in Miami.
Relax, I'll call a taxi. Okay, come on down.
Yeah, and since it's not a real suspect, they didn't bother unmasking him or anything like that. They're just literally oil pirates.
Nice of you to get us to the game on time, Pete.
Now that was nothing, kids. Plus, you still have a big reward coming.
They were called the Miami Marauders, now they're called the Skyscrapers on the board. Also, what if he didn't catch that fish? You gotta be nicer about that.
Say, how about an advance on it? Say a triple-decker hamburger? One
Triple-decker hamburger?
Hey, that's my word.
The gulping gourmets are
I think a triple-decker hamburger would just be a triple burger patty. But I'll take it.
Gotta be here someplace. Scooby-Doo!
Just threw him like a monster.
There goes my hamburger.
That's funny. I'll add it as a weird food item, even though it's not technically weird, just because triple decker hamburger just looked like meat and cheese. So that would be an easy one to make. Alrighty, and that was the new Scooby-Doo movies. I just finished off editing my subscriber special, so I probably will have the first season of Where Are You will be one special, which will be the 100 subscriber special. Then I'll probably cut that in half, as in just where it cuts. Probably I might cut a few things like the strawberry malt and the hot dog and a few things, but I'll do all the weird food for sure. And one of the items will be a solo special. That'll probably be the 200 subscriber special, just to make it simple for me, so I could have the other ones subscriber special stuff as the 300, which will be the only thing from season 2 of Where Are You, plus the 2 things from the Scooby-Doo movies, to make it nice and simple. Then whatever we can add on until we reach a good number. Yes, in total there's 6 food items for the 100 subscriber special, which I think is a good amount of items. So stats for this episode: only property damage from Scooby, which I did another 100 for the end door, so that brings his total up to 900. He still hasn't beat Shaggy for this season yet, but it's still pretty interesting to see. No Scooby snacks eaten, even though they left a trail of Scooby snacks, but they didn't actually eat them. I would probably rate this episode probably like a 6.5 out of 10. I did enjoy a lot of it, and it was pretty fun, especially like the initial like Globetrotter interactions with everybody. They didn't really have much to do compared to last episode, which is why I would probably rate it a 6 out of 10, actually pushing it down slightly. But it definitely was more on the good side than the bad side, because there was fun moments, like I said. Playing basically part of an episode from the Globetrotters at the end was kind of stilted because nobody was talking during it, but it was still fun, and I did like their interactions with the gang. And of course, I have a soft spot for Redbeard and the Pirates. Kind of weird that there was another... They did that reveal 3 times already just in this season. This is the 3rd time they've used a hidden undercover police officer or something else as a creepy suspect that turns into a good guy. And it kind of ruins the magic of that, because it was really cool when it first appeared, and then they just keep reusing it. So kind of boring at this point, especially because they used the most obvious guy, and also Swampy Pete was the only suspect in this episode. So it was kind of obvious. But first time in an entire Scooby-Doo series where they haven't unmasked the bad guy at the end or any of his crew. They were labeled as the oil pirate. I do like that, as the previous Redbeard pirate episode, when they ever used the same character, they also had the same kind of interactions and styles, which I really enjoyed, like that kind of comedy moments between the crew, where they never really talk to each other. In other episodes with multiple suspects, they never really do anything together. But this one, like full on having like lines and comedy moments without anybody watching, with Slippery Sam. And that was fun. And then the 3 more of the side characters, like the C-tier Redbeard pirates, also had some fun moments together as well. So I feel like they managed, for a 43-minute episode, I feel like they managed like 12 new characters pretty well. Since there's the Globetrotters and like 5 Redbeard pirates, that's probably why there was only 1 suspect that they could put in, because it would make it way too much and stilted. But I think it really suited the show together well, which is why I think a 6 out of 10 is a good score. And I might revisit that rating later whenever I get around to the tier lists, but for now I think that's going to be a good one. I think that's going to do it for me for episode 37 of the series and episode 12 of the season. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.